So, what are we doing?
And I'm back with my commentary series. This time it's NY4, aka Dead in the Water.
We can get through that way.
And I'm still playing as a Hellraiser.
It's worse than the city.
I like this map. Although it is a frustrating map to play because
Could be our way out.
There's a bridge up ahead.
the map becomes significantly harder when people are stupid or just make mistakes.
We're looking for a path up to the bridge.
Homie didn't give a shit about us in Manhattan. Why would they care now?
Unless you got a better plan. Shut up.
Come on, give me something. Everybody, check this out.
Not a lot to say about this first part. Try not to go loud, which should be pretty simple. Although
Coming in.
my mate just went loud, I can hear.
Help!
I'm just rushing to try to save him. But since I can hear some sentries, dropping down here is probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Reloading.
And he left the game. So there wasn't really much reason for me trying to save him, but I try to use team play, even if other people aren't doing that. I don't always have amazing team play, but I at least try.
Give me something. Drop that screamer. Infector's down.
I would argue that this is actually one of the easiest maps in the game, as it has. It's one of the maps with the least amount of enemies, and you have a guaranteed flare gun for the finale.
Another chopper.
Plus some good chokes you can lead enemies through at the finale also. So it really shouldn't be that hard. I would say I guess it's confusing at first because you actually have to listen
Who's next?
for where the enemies are coming from and where you have to defend
Look
and
at this.
what grid you have to turn on where and everything.
Those 4 rounds were made to kill tanks.
So if you've only played the map a few times, I get that they're coming from the cliffs or right side, left side, and all that is a little bit confusing. I remember when I first played the game, which was like the day after it came out or something. I played through all the maps offline, which means with the bots.
Moving
On
out to the bridge.
hard, I think.
Stay close.
And I didn't have too many problems. Like I didn't do all of them without dying, or like some required 2 or 3 tries, I think. But it mostly went pretty smooth until I got to Tokyo 1, Setting Sun, where the end was just confusing for me, even though it's just 2 gates. But I didn't understand that you have to defend gate 2. What the fuck is gate 2? And it was confusing the first few times I played the map. And I guess it's the same here. Actually, it's a bit more complex here, the finale, but it is, once you get the hang of it, it is a very easy map.
Yeah. Bulls down.
The U.S. Army. We're seeing activity on the bridge. Identify yourself. Civilians.
And it's an easy map without using
Supplies. We could really use a ride out of here.
cheese methods like just waiting 5 minutes at a grid.
Get you out. Yes, sir. We'll be there.
Which to me is pretty boring, so I try to do as many tasks as possible when I play the map.
Shit! Bull! Explosives! Get off me! That's right. Reloading. Yeah, who's next?
When there's sentries here, shoot them.
Call the elevator. We gotta get out.
Not that it
Everybody,
makes a
check
huge
this out.
difference, but I'm always annoyed when I take damage because people are running around trying to turn sentries for no reason. Just shoot them.
Over here. Look.
Fresh ammo coming up.
This is also one of those, just take the bag so we can move on, like stimming us in that situation, like we're not gonna meet an enemy because before we run out of
We're stretched to a break.
temporary health.
Every able gun defending the hospital until everyone's out.
Like, I'm not against him stimming us, it's just
We're not equipped for this. Shit.
in
This
that
place is
situation it doesn't make any difference.
I hope Dan made it through.
Dude's probably taking a nap. We're about to die. Fresh ammo coming up. There's a defense kit over here. Screamer, take him out. Scratch one screamer. Defense kit, right here.
I think the most important grid to get up is the one I'm trying to get up here. All the other grids are just a bonus.
Grid is juice.
Not that this is super necessary either, but it's nice when you have to defend from the cliffs. And I think I'm gonna milk that bomber because he's so isolated. I don't know what the correct term is, but I think people understand what I mean when I say milk the bomber. Which is another reason that I much
Everybody,
prefer
check this out.
the stun drone to the gun drone.
There's a defense kit over here.
Like, the gun drone isn't terrible, but I would much rather have the stun drone that can help me with specials when need be.
I need all fire on that
Although
Here they
that's
come.
usually not as necessary when I'm playing as a Hellraiser, but if I'm playing as an exterminator or gunslinger or something,
Come on, mark the swarm.
it can be pretty big help.
To your read.
I pretty much always defend from here, just because I have a really good overview and there's usually specials dropping by here, which I try to take care of. It's not a bad idea to have a player on the other side shooting the zombies to the right of the main horde, the ones I'm shooting at now. I just put up the stationary gun to save ammo, because I can do pretty much the same with my primary, but I somewhat often have ammo problems on this map when I'm using my primary for everything.
Matt, over here.
The thing to remember on this map is the quicker you are, the easier it is. And remember to get ammo before you get the next task, so you can do it immediately.
Get it back online. Go.
You have to be a little bit careful here because there are lurker spawns down here, but otherwise, if you're fast, it really couldn't be much easier.
We got the electrified grid down. Second floor, right side. Get it back online. Go.
I threw the C4 there to check for lurkers, and there was one there. There can also be one
Online.
just past where I passed now. Ugh. That's kind of a, I would say, console classic. It's mostly console players that
Parking garage.
don't just do team damage, but do like insane team damage in a situation where like there were practically no enemies on the map, as all the enemies that were left were stuck in an unlimited electric grid, so effectively there are no enemies when he decides to shoot me I don't know how many times.
I see the mark. Stand by.
I should have saved the first 2 MGL shots there
Hold for my signal.
and just used the flare gun immediately.
Who's next?
Some people like doing it on the, like using the flare gun on the enemies to the right, like the right side of, or a bit to the right. The ones I'm shooting at there, I don't think it really matters,
Take him out.
as long as you get a reasonable amount of kills with the flare gun. It doesn't really matter with the artillery attack. The second time you get a grid down in the morgue, it can be the one upstairs, although that's very rare. But I think I have experienced him saying that it's in the basement, but it's the one upstairs. But I'm not 100% sure about that. And it's very rare it's the one upstairs. I did notice that there was a box down where I turned on the grid, but I'm in a hurry here. And I remember that where the ammo box is, which I often forget, but I remember it here, that's why I run this way. And when I say I'm in a hurry, it's because I need to get ammo before they call out the next attack. somewhat impressive that the guy using the stationary gun hasn't gone down. In my eyes, it's a very bad idea to use a stationary gun in that position, but somehow he survives it.
Target is too close to friendly. Place the mark further out.
We gotta shut him up.
We got incoming from the stadium.
And it's over,
Too close to the hospital. I can't
pretty much.
shot.
Drop that screamer!
All right. Air support will
Anyways, that was NY4, and it concludes my commentary series. I hope people found something they found useful or entertaining.
Where are
Yeah,
we going?
hopefully.
walk out of here.
And I'm looking forward to Aftermath, and maybe I'll do another commentary series once that drops or something. We'll see. I'll definitely be doing a lot of videos once Aftermath drops. Anyways, good game, good control. GG.